Night Never Yields is a platformer by Bread Over Games. Well, I guess it's really not a platformer as much as it is a rhythm game, but, you know, it's a platform rhythm game. You gotta jump and duck and sword slice and shield to the beat of, well, it's really not the beat, it's more like the orchestral stings in the medieval music. The point is, you beat a really easy level once, and then you beat it again, except it's actually hard because you do it completely blind. That's the whole gimmick of the game. It revolves around the story and how the character is going to go blind. You got the cultist from Blood telling you, don't worry, being blind isn't the end of the world. You can still paint and do all this other stuff. And the kid's like, oh no, I can't do it. And that's kind of how the story works and how yeah. It was a simple story, but it was a cute one, and it had a good message at the end. What I do find is weird is how they do the whole thing where it starts with the last level and then goes, and let's see how we got here. But yeah, the story is pretty good considering it was just written by this one guy, and it only features these two characters, and it's entirely made out of dialogue boxes. So now we're going to talk about some of the things I don't like about this game. For one thing, the levels are just way too short. I mean, granted, towards the end of the game, I was dying over and over, so them being so short was kind of a blessing. Jump. Oh my gosh, the delay on that! Jump and then shield and then jump. Jump and then duck. Yeah! Yes! At the same time, I kind of just wish there was a health bar or some way to just make the levels last a little bit longer so that you could really enjoy the music, because that's my favorite part about rhythm games is the music and, you know, getting in that dance groove and getting yelled at by the DDR guy who's like, you're not hitting the beat, you're not doing it right, you gotta do it right. And that doesn't happen in this game because the levels are short and you just kind of die. But it's a fun short game, and I would definitely recommend it. But before I close, I just want to talk about the first forum post on this game. Some guy just came on there, and he basically said, actually, it's not a 3D platformer, it's a 2D platformer with 3D graphics. And Bread Over Games actually responded and was like, oh, sorry, I'll change it. Come on, man, come on! That's such a petty complaint! You just got mad because of the... Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, it's not technically a 3D platformer. He's correct. But you didn't have to be such a dick about it. Especially because that was the... I don't know if that's still the only forum post, but for like 3 days after the game released, that was the only forum post. So, that's just really sad to me. I wouldn't have stood for that. I would have just been like, F you, it's a 3D platformer.